There.
Yeah. Why did you have the microphone off?
I didn't know I had the microphone off.
Hopefully that fixed it.
That's why. Hopefully that fixed it. Yes, we're taking David to work. And
talking. They heard talking David to work.
I may have put talking rather than taking. I was trying to hurry and put it in, and autocorrect. Anyway, we're headed to do that. I have a Smith's pickup, and I have a Walmart pickup.
Yep, that fixed it. It is Jen who's on right now.
Hi, Jen. So there's that. I did say, and obviously it didn't get heard, that for those who don't know, the night bus was having trouble yesterday. It was not purposefully locking people out of the game. If they used the night bus, it was just basically the server was acting up, and they aren't sure why. They're trying to fix it. They say they may have it fixed, but if you're still having problems, to let them know. If you go on the Wizards Unite Discord, you can find out where, or I believe on the Wizards Unite website. So
Jen said some more stuff, but I'm trying to get something.
Okay. They claim it's fixed. I have not tried it. Yesterday, I went in once, got like one time in the night bus done, and then got kicked out. Was able to get back in a few hours later, and thought, okay, as people were saying, oh, it's fixed. And then fought a few fights. Started one fight. And tried to go after the very first foe, and it would not do anything, and I got kicked out completely out of the game, and it wouldn't let me back in until early this morning, and when I opened it up, it said that I'd lost.
Alright, so Jen says, yep, you put talking. You talk him to work a lot, Lo. And then, hi, Sky and David. Hello.
So if anyone was in the night bus with me yesterday, and I did nothing, that would be why. Because I couldn't do anything. I could not get the game open. I kept trying for the whole time when that fight would have been going on, and when I still couldn't get in and I knew the fight would be over, I finally just said, forget it, quit trying to get in. And hours later, I finally got back in. So I'm kind of hesitant to try again. Oh, and Jen, I did figure out the tapping and why sometimes it's worse and sometimes it's better. Because I've been kind of watching a little bit of previous streams to try and get screenshots of all the comment things that have come across. I'm not going to be able to get them all from mine, but maybe once I get mine, and I'm going to check. Steph sent me a Discord that I'm just going to go ask on if it's okay if I use their stuff, and then see if I can add to it by catching screenshots of when I was playing, things like that. And go from there. So,
man, this one really doesn't want to be got.
thought of the video, please. The one I did of all the foundables. Brilliant event foundables. And if you liked it or not, should I do the same thing for next year? Etc.
Alright, I gotta go now.
And you caught it.
Nice. When you get home, can you bring this inside?
I will try to remember. If not, it'll be there. So I'm not sure if when I do this, right now I have the stream chat open so I can read it. I don't know if that's what you guys can see or if it's the background or if you can see what's actually going on the page. But since I'm driving, I'm going to leave it there. It's up on my dash thing. Brett is at work today. Oh, Caden is taking Brett's phone and picking up Lexi, and they will be doing Pokemon Day. It's part of the reason why I'm doing pickups. I am doing a bit better now too, not as good as I was, but a bit better. So I want to do stuff. I've been watching and for the levels for Cache Candy of COVID, and they are standing at about how much? About 30 people a day. So not too shabby, I don't think. Let's see. It says pick up over there, but I don't see where they don't have the roundabout anymore. So I'm gonna go over another area that I saw and try there. I have not done grocery pickup here at Smith's before. So that one's a little bit harder to figure out. That may end up working out even better. Nope, it says over here. Ah, there it is. Okay. So if you ever come to pick up at the Smith's on Main Street, The pickup location is in the back of the store. Jen. So, hi, I was actually calling the curbside pickup. Oh, okay. Sorry. Bye. There's two numbers, and I guess I grabbed the wrong one. Which is kind of hard to follow. Yes, for Brett Jensen or Sky Jensen. Yes. 7. Okay, I will get it open and just wait for you. Thank you. Let's actually roll down the window just in case they need to talk to me. Or roll it down more. And put my mask on, because they're probably going to want to talk to me for at least part of it. And he placed my Dumbledore that I was trying to leave unplaced. Oh well. I wonder how long Madam Hooch is going to be. Oh, Jen, I also figured out what the tapping is and why it gets worse and better. As I was watching, I think I told you that, but I'm not positive, so I'm going to let you know. It's my nails as they hit the screen. So it depends on how long they are. Hello.
How are you?
Okay.
All right, so you had everything on your order. one in the back?
Yep.
Alright, you're all set.
Thank you.
Well, have a great day.
You too.
Oh, yep, almost all that. Alright.
You're fine. That's cool. On the receipt for them, they even list if there's an age restriction, so that if you've got something that's age restricted, they can be aware and make sure to check the age, the year of appropriate age. So I like that idea. Now, okay, just seeing what, checking the receipt out. Now, see what time it is. We still have a half an hour. So, let's go over near Willow Park for a little while. Because my next pickup isn't until 10. So, over at Willow Park's a good place to show you guys, for those who don't realize, some of the new things that were added with this training. You still there, Jen, or did I lose everyone? I'm not seeing any comments since David got out. So I will say, if you're on my friends list, I try to send things a number of times a week. Usually it ends up being runestones, but I have, and this is part of what I want to show you, is part of the upgrades or the lessons I've done. Have been to try and get better gifts from greenhouses, but especially from inns. So hopefully I start getting some really good extravagant spell energy, it does seem to be working, because there's been a number of times that not a number of times, but the one day I did go out with Brett. So I actually went with David to the doctor's. Brett dropped us off, and due to some issues, due to some things, the doctor's appointment didn't take very long. But at the same time, it left me at a point I did not have the energy to stream. I was hoping we'd be going home pretty quickly, and he kept driving around. Brett kept driving around after that, so I ended up even worse off. So I was really glad I wasn't streaming. And then, because physically I just was not doing good by the time we got home. I got home and went straight into bed. And actually, we got home at like 6, I think, and I basically laid down and I was asleep between 7 and 8. And the reason it was that long is I needed to eat. So basically I was waiting for food to be done. But I was laying down the whole time, almost asleep. So, but that day I did try to drop some things. Jen actually would know the day, because it's the day that I sent her a raid pass. Or a raid invite. That's actually why I did send the raid invite, was because they were trying to get a raid in that day before they went home. And I was trying my best not to scream at them. That we just need to get home. Brett was not... He was totally oblivious until we got home. And then all of a sudden he looked at me, he looked at how I acted as I walked in, how much of a struggle it was for me to walk in, and I think he basically went, oh, crap. That wasn't what I meant to do. So, but I got 2 extravagant spell energy gifts that day. And I'm pretty sure I got them from the inns that I dropped my thing on. So what I was waiting for is a lady was walking her dogs, and Mindy would say they are beautiful dogs, and I would say just keep them away from me and I'll be fine. They are the breed that I had trouble with. When I was a young kid. So, I will open up the chat in a minute. I haven't seen anyone chatting since Jen said something last while David was in the car. And my phone slipped and I just repositioned it slightly while I was right there, and the chat went away, so I can't see chat right now. close to where I wanted to stop. So, one thing I did realize, and this may be helpful to people, to be able to drop it. Okay, it looks like we need to go forward just slightly, which I'm not complaining about. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the middle of the two. You have to be able to reach what you're dropping things on. Greenhouse. And as you can see, it's dropping stuff that specific things. I don't want those other things, so. When you drop it, as you can see, extra spell energy shows up on the map. In that area. Ah! Not a problem. I get it, Jen. So I don't know where Caden and Lexi are going to be, but they're going out. Basically, I said I haven't heard from you. Yeah, Brett's working. I did say I figured out what was causing all the noise and why it comes and goes. It's my nails, and it depends on how long they are. The tapping here, I'll show you in just a minute. That noise. that you've asked about more than once. Wondering why sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Remember we couldn't figure it out? Yeah, it's my nails tapping on the screen. I was watching to try and get screenshots of what's happening. Or, a brilliant event, the sayings and stuff. And it dawned on me the tapping you were talking about. While I'm in here, I'm just going to come up here and show you guys where I'm at. So, first of all, I just need more of the Abraxan winged horse, and I'll have that finished. And then here I need the Monster Book of Monsters, one more. And then I need this to green stars, and I'll have that done. Nocturne Alley, I've got it to green. I just need the sign and the executioner. And then this one I'm watching, I need more Portrait of Voldemort, and then the other two are in the fortress. No, from what I've heard, it's just the night bus. I need one more Boggart cabinet to have that all green starred. I'm looking for Peeves. Obviously, Fox here, and the other two are in the fortress. And then those, all of them basically. Young Harry Potter, that's when I need this time. And the only thing I need for that page, for this page, I need Hermione and Ron, because the other two are in the fortress. Room of Requirement, to have them all gold, I just need that one. Oh, to have them all gold, okay, yeah. This one, Yule Ball, I need two Hermione and Crumb, and one Ron and Patel. And then that one's in the fortress. And this is fortress. And I'm kind of scared of doing the fortress right now. This one, I just need the veil. This one, I need Arthur, because these other two are in the fortress. This one, I got that done. I just need... So all of these are ones just to be... that are other than this one. So the three are just in the wild. This one I need just from the fortress. So, and then Quidditch, I need Ron from the wild. This one, I need the Goblet of Fire from the wild. This one, I need Luna from the wild, and Neville and Seamus all in the wild. This one obviously I need a few of. And then let's see, this one, I need those. So you got all of that. And then here I need the monoculars, which are in the wild. This one, I need the car, which is in the wild. That's what I thought. And then I need the faux glass, which is in the wild. And then these are in the fortress. And then I need werewolves, which are in the wild. The bows, which are in the fortress. The eggs, which are in the fortress. This one's not available. This one's not available. And I've got that completed. And over here, I'm gold on both these pages. I just need the secrecy sensor, the pen, quick quotes quill, the probative probe, and the time turner. And then I will start working on the wands. But, let's see, yeah. Gotta remember to drop it. Ah, shoot, didn't get a gift this time. Okay. Go over here. And basically what I've watched for is these, like, the gifts that award rare XP. This one I haven't gone after because it's trace tonic. And this one's Dottle Drought, and this one's Existimal. See, do I want those? Oh yeah, that's that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go after this one. So I'm actually gonna show you where I'm at. So here, I've gotten a lot of things down to these. So I've got almost all of this completed. I didn't go after the potion duration. brew time, trace charm. So some of these, the reason I didn't is because like this one has your green books too. This one has green books. This one has the brown books, like the DADA books. This one has DADA books. This one has the green books, the ADA books, 379 DADA books. So I'd need 379 to go for that. So that's why I went down here, started working down these nodes, and I've done some in this one. And every so often I come over here and make sure I need 14 before my next one. So okay. So I need one more wizarding challenge. Need to go in 7 more times and then return more foundables, and I'll have all of those. Honestly, the rewards are not that great this time, I don't think, considering, but it's the way it is. So, you're gonna need to brew a as soon as you get it done. Make sure you have one to collect on Monday or on Sunday. A potion on Sunday, a potion on Monday. You're gonna want to brew your trace tonic. Get that guy going, and then make sure you don't place your images on the Brilliant Event page until the very end, because you're going to need that. Other than maybe your Newt Scamander. And whatever, the Brilliant Foundables. And then let's see. Yeah. Everything else will be basically kind of given. So the other thing, there's your complimentary gift, your Brilliant bundles. There's your fire confoundables you'll need to know about. And there's your fire-breathing chicken foundables. So, Seamus and Luna, it looks like. Anyway, some of these will be boosted also, and that'll help with some of the things I need. So, oh, where are you running away to? Let's see where my, okay. So I'm leaving space for to pick up port keys. There. Because I'm going to need... This one is going to need to be traced on it. Because this will be Sunday, Monday, so that'll be Tuesday. Okay, time to head to Walmart. As far as I know, they're not broken in real life. I've heard nothing about that. The post that they send out said, don't take the night bus. Now, maybe they said that because not very many people are fighting in person. I am not sure. It's kind of sad that whatever they did manage to break the night bus and or just fortresses in general. So, yesterday afternoon I got on and I did one or two. Got out, went after some stuff, and it just totally acted up. And I'm like, okay, something's up with my internet. And I thought that's what it was, because I've had problems off and on with that. And so I figured it was just that. And I figured I'll wait an hour or two and I'll try again. And then I noticed them saying on the Hive Discord that the night bus was having issues. And I'm like, okay. And then they said, oh, it's fixed. Or we think it's fixed. And I went, good. And I went in and I fought a couple of battles, not an issue. And then I got into one battle, went after my first foe, and it would not let me do anything at all. Like, it wouldn't open up the foe, it would just freeze. And in the past, when it's done that, I can restart just close the game, restart it, and it'll let me in and I can do what I need to do. And I was the only Magi in the group. There were 2 Aurors and 2 Professors. And I proceeded to try to get in for the next 8 to 10 minutes with no luck. And eventually gave up when I knew the battle would be over, because it still would not let me in the game at all. And this was probably around 8, somewhere between 7 and 9 p.m. our time, so mountain time. If anyone hears this and was in that group, I am sorry. I literally tried the best I could. I had no say. I couldn't get in. I couldn't do anything. And then I waited. And I actually ended up going to bed. Woke up with a dream this morning. Not a bad dream, just it was one of those things where you've been contemplating on certain things for a while and something comes to you, and so you wake up, or so you know you have a choice. One, you wake up and write it down, or two, you forget it. So I woke up and I wrote it down, and by then you're awake. So then I decided, well, I'll try. And I got on, and it let me in, and it immediately opened up saying you lost. So I'm guessing they either, one, all had trouble at the same time as I did, or two, realized I wasn't fighting and everyone gave up, or three, they couldn't beat it without my help. So I don't know which one it was, but that's where it opened up to, and knowing what had caused it, I hurried and got out. I didn't even try to battle or anything. I just jumped out of the night bus. And I have been afraid to go in since. Because I felt so bad leaving them in case they were able to fight, and it was only my game that was locked out. So I hope people realize what was going on and recognize that, and assume that if someone's having issues the past day or so in the night bus, like not doing anything at all or whatever, they realize that it's probably night bus issues, rather than assuming it's the person. So part of me wants to just go fight in the fortress here, but I like getting the extra XP. One thing that upset me last night is I had a Barufios on too, and I still had like 25 minutes of my Barufios. I dropped it, opened all my gifts, and then went in and picked up my XP for the day and opened all my port keys. That's why there's no port keys to open right now. I'd done all of that and was just waiting, and then went into fighting the fortress, and that happened, and it was like, Arr. So I ended up losing most of my Barufios because of it. Let's see, let's go down here a little bit. It was just one of those that, you finally say, oh, well, nothing I can do about it. Okay. Now I just need to use a potion and collect that and collect the other. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of scared, is it seems like a lot of people are able to get one ride on the bus okay, and then after that it gives them issues. That's not good. Because I know some people turn from one to the other. If there's issues, they figure they'll go to the other game. But if it's having issues too, it almost makes me wonder if they were attacked. Had a cyber attack go on. I was counting how many gifts I need. What the heck? Now it looks like the friends are having issues. Okay. Hopefully it'll behave today, because if I'm going to give gifts to everyone, it looks like I need to ride the bus 18 times to 20 times. How come they're getting theirs and I'm not getting mine yet? There they are. In the back. Yes, it's Sky.
Okay. This one at the back?
Yep. If you need, you can open one of these doors and put it in that way. If you need, you can open one of the doors and put it in that way. If it's full back there. You too. I didn't want to say that with him right here. So, I will, or one thing, if you know of anyone that kind of knows us, that works at Black Bear, David is going to be working on making up a resume and dropping it off. And because he would like to work at Black Bear during the school year and then see where he is next summer. I got going through his credits and everything, and as long as she accepts his credit and a half of PE accepts the number of hours I have for him and says that yes, that counts as his PE, then he will have completed his PE and he'll have 8 1/4 credits left to complete next year. With seminary, unless he does something else, he can complete 7. Without seminary, he can complete 9. I do want him taking seminary, but sometimes the counselor will work with people, and there's some things she can do that may be able to help him to make it so that his junior year in high school is also his senior year. So, and she was questioning us doing that, I will say. And she's like, but then he'll have a whole year of having graduated and being underage. And I'm like, no, he'll have a couple of months. And she's like, what do you mean? And I said, his birthday's the beginning of the year. Yeah, so? And he was, then I pointed out that he turns 18 he'd graduate the end of May and turn 18 the end of September. And she's like, oh, so really, he only has a couple of months that he would be graduated and not of age. And I pointed out to her that that's actually less than I had of being graduated and being underage. Because, so he started regularly for here, and he'd be in a way skipping his senior year of high school. For me, when I was in, the deadline for starting kindergarten was in the area of Utah I was in. It was October, half of Utah, the deadline for starting was October 31st, and half of it was August 31st. And I lived in the half that the deadline was October 31st. And so I actually actually had another month of being 17, graduated in 17, than he would have if he graduates in May. So, yes, he may be graduating early. He got thinking about it, realized if he buckled down, he might be able to do it. Knew when his birthday was. People who know him know mentally he's, as you know, he's, in a way, he is kind of older. He is his age, if that makes sense. He's not, he could have dealt with being skipped ahead a grade or anything else. It will not, I don't believe it would harm him at all to graduate a year early, and get on with his life. Possibly go on a mission or go to college, whatever he chooses to do, get a job in what he wants to do, whatever. The other thing with that is, and you know this, Jen, but other people who watch the stream may not realize, he does not look like he is only 16 right now. When he was 12, we had people, 11, 12, we had people would go fishing and they'd wonder where his license was, and we're like, he's underage. He doesn't need a license. When he was 14 or so, they wanted to see his adult license and were shocked when he could pull out, when they'd look at his license, and by license I mean fishing license. They'd look at his license and see he was, see how old he was and be like, holy crap! Honestly, beginning of 4th grade, he went into school and was in the halls and whatever, and a teacher stopped him and got mad at him and told him he went to the wrong school, that he was supposed to have gone to the middle school, not to the elementary school. And she was giving him a hard time until one of the other teachers stopped to ask what was the problem, and realized what was going on and went, no, he's just starting 4th grade. He should not be over at the at the middle school. He is still at elementary school. And the teacher that had been giving him heck felt bad, but it kind of shows he's always been big for his age, looked a lot older, so it won't be detrimental to him to graduate early. In fact, if anything, it may give him a head start. And he actually, here's the other cool thing. He's at that point, having only got, so his first year of school last year, his first year of high school, he failed some classes. Now, his school, like any school, gives some leeway in failing classes. But then he really buckled down last year. And he actually managed to get 8.5 credits in his transcript. So he got, and still take 3 semesters, be signed, still have seminary for the 4 semesters. and dealt with coronavirus. And it was because he was able to do, part of it was the school, because the way the school has it, he took because of some of the problems his sister had, he took a class with the counselor to catch up. And with the worry that he'd end up struggling because his siblings had, which was reasonable. So they gave him a class to catch up, and he really took advantage of it. And he took some online at the end of the year before. So all of the kids have had problems with attendance to a degree, which makes it hard to pass classes. Even David's had problems with that before, hence the worry. But because when their EDS acts up really bad, or they get sick, and basically because the EDS acts up, it can cause problems. So the EDS acts up and they get, especially when they get sick, they're in more pain, so they're not able to concentrate, and so they aren't getting as good of grades. And then you add to that them especially at that school, they only have about a month and a half in class, because they're 2-hour classes, so you miss one day and you can miss a lot. So there's that. But the school works with them a lot better than any other school has, and it being a smaller school was very helpful for Mindy, because she's had troubles with claustrophobia and stuff. So it was a better option for her, but it does make it hard to get the credits you need when you have pain causing brain fog, or you're missing part of the lectures that help you understand what you need to do, etc. Can make it hard. And that's basically what she was dealing with, what her and Danny dealt with. Danny went through a period of just discouragement, because he would be trying to make it to class, whatever else, and then he'd get really sick and couldn't make it in. Mindy, on the other hand, had one year where she literally half the year was passing out. Just passing out. And we had no real explanation. That was actually the year we got our diagnosis finally. And it, I believe, the year after, I think it was the year of, anyway, no, it was the year after, but we were still figuring things out and everything. And she, more than once, she would be getting ready for school or something and pass out, and she didn't tell me until weeks later, so I wasn't watching for it. And I thought she just wasn't getting ready because other times she was sick and so wouldn't be going. So I thought it was just that when she was actually trying to get ready and go, but because she passed out, it wasn't realized. Then after that, I started checking on her, and I realized. And more than once, I would find her passed out, and maybe it was the first year. Maybe it was before we knew. Anyway, I would find her passed out, and we wouldn't know what caused it. We'd get her into the doctor, and he was running test after test trying to figure it out until we realized that it was due to the EDS. And then after that, she started being able to attend more. And that's actually why we looked at, why Mizuki's so important to her future, I believe, because Mizuki can alert her before or in time for her to treat and everything before she just passes out. So there was that, and then she was still getting sick off and on. And you put the two together, and that's a lot of school missed. So it just kind of was a trying to find out what it would take to get, what we needed to do to be able to get her the schooling she needed and whatever. And we did try online school, but she struggled for a little while with the motivation to do that. Danny also had troubles with that. Kind of just like every kid at the beginning struggles with, every kid with chronic illness, they have a period of time they struggle. It's struggling to accept the diagnosis, to do what you need to treat it, and whatever else. So it's not that surprising, but it was hard. So anyway, I'm home and I got all the food in. So I'm going to let you go.